Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, introduce myself. My name is Rahmat Rizal. In this section, I'd like to present my article about correlation of digital literacy and creative thinking skills of prospective physics teacher in school physics lecture using LMS3. Introduction. Industrial Revolution 4.0 posed new challenges for development of human resource competencies, namely competencies in optimizing the function of digital technology in various sectors of life. These competencies can be built by practicing digital literacy through learning activities. Digital literacy that can be developed through school physics lectures for prospective physics teacher was limited to three competency areas, including information and data literacy, communication and collaboration, and digital content creation. The Industrial Revolution 4.0 also poses another challenge to the need for human resources to have several supporting soft skills, including competence in creating innovation in the form of creativity and developing creative thinking in solving sustainable problems. Creative thinking skill is a cognitive activity that shows a person's original and reflective way of thinking in finding effective solution to problem found through the process of synthesizing various ideas, creating innovative ideas, and analyzing the effectiveness of idea in problem solving and human necessity. Rizal mentioned several aspects of creative thinking, including fluency, flexibility, originality, and elaboration. The School of Physics in one of the main course in the physics education program of a university in Tasikmalaya, which is carried out online using the LMS3 application. LMS3 is an application that integrates problem-based learning syntax, is accessed using a smartphone, and can be used as the main learning tools that regulate the school physics lecture. School physics lecture to LMS3 will provide a learning environment for students to search, evaluate, and store information, perform synchronous communication and collaboration, and developing digital content. The LMS3 also facilitates students in practicing creative thinking skill because the learning process was student-centered. The students got the flexibility to express their thoughts according to their previous knowledge, inlaid with socio-constructivist theory, discussion and collaboration activities in solving problems through LMS3. With expertise of students in using internet communication media, students have free opportunities to carry out discussion related to various scientific information that can stimulate way of thinking and innovative thinking on problem solving. Using various digital device in learning activities held in early childhood learning, students have the opportunity to practice digital literacy and creative thinking skill. With adequate digital literacy, student creative thinking skill can develop optimally. Based on the description of the introduction, the main objective of this research is to determine the correlation between digital literacy and creative thinking skills of prospective physics teacher in general and by gender, which has been trained in physics for school lecture using LMS3. Research method. This research was the descriptive research using the survey method. The participants were 40 prospective physics teachers at Tasikmalaya who take school physics lecture at the odd semester 2020-2021. They consist of 13 males and 27 females. They all have faced the course of physics and modern physics as a condition for attending school physics lecture. Their age were divided into three age groups, namely 19, 20 years, and 21 years. The instrument used in the research consists of two kinds of tests, namely a multiple choice test for digital literacy and an essay test for creative thinking skill. The multiple choice digital literacy test consists of 18 question items, which include information and data literacy, communication and collaboration, and digital content creation. The essay creative thinking skills test consists of 14 open questions to evaluate four skills, namely fluency, flexibility, originality, and elaboration. The both instruments have been validated by 5 experts using CVR and had high reliability. Data were analyzed statistically using two stages. The first stage was analyzing data distribution using the Kolmogorov-Smirnov test. The second stage was analyzing the correlation between digital literacy and creating skill. If data were normally distributed, then data were processed using parametric statistical tests through the Pearson correlation test. But if the data were not normally distributed, then data were processed using non-parametric statistical tests through the Spearman rank correlation test. The degree of correlation test value was confirmed according to the information in table 2. There are 5 categories for correlation between digital literacy and creative thinking skills. Next, about result and discussion. The result of this research will be presented in two parts. The first part will present the correlation of digital literacy and creative thinking skill of prospective physics teachers in general. Then the second part will present the correlation of digital literacy and creative thinking skills of prospective physics teacher separated by gender. The data were processed using SPSS to determine the result of normal test and correlation tests. The first, the correlation of digital literacy and creative thinking skill in general. The correlation of digital literacy and creative thinking skill of prospective teachers in general was analyzed in two stages. They are normality test and correlation test. The normality test of digital literacy and creative thinking skill was carried out using the Kolmogorov-Smirnov, with result is shown in table 4. Based on the result of the normality test, it was found that the significance of the normality test is 0.487. The significance value is greater than 0.05. Thus, it can be concluded that the data of digital literacy and creative thinking skill are normally distributed. The Pearson correlation test can be seen in table 5. Based on the result of the correlation test, it is found that the significance of the Pearson correlation is 0.015. This value is less than 0.05. So it can be stated that there is a correlation between digital literacy and creative thinking skill. The Pearson correlation coefficient between digital literacy and creative skill was 0.527. If confirmed at the Pearson correlation degree, it can be concluded that digital literacy correlates creative thinking skill with a moderate correlation. According to the Green, a digital environment facilitated by digital literacy will provide support for creative thinking skill in gathering knowledge, sharing knowledge, and integrating knowledge and generating ideas. The ability to use a variety of digital devices has the potential to increase individual creativity because it gave people open access to new and diverse information from various sources. The presence of various digital devices accessing the internet will lead to the presence of new social paradigms where creative thinking skills are considered as a result of a communication activities and interaction between individuals and are developed through collaborative activities. Adequate digital literacy in optimizing the use of digital device causes a transformation of creative activities and generates society distributed creative thinking skills. It means digital literacy and accessing various digital devices will rapidly disseminate new knowledge and new creative ideas. In general, the individual problems or ideas are related to idea of using the right technology, and individual will feel very helpful in generating ideas as an output of creative thinking skill with technology roles. But it's the second part of the result is gender-based correlation, digital literacy, and creative thinking skill. Gender-based correlation analysis of digital literacy and creative thinking skill was carried out using the normality test for male and female, as well as a correlation test for male and female. The normality test was carried out using Kolmogorov-Smirnov test with results shown in this table. Based on the result of the data normality test of the digital literacy and creative thinking skill, the result of data processing show that significance for male and female are 0.873 and 0.921. Both values were greater than the significant 0.05 as an indicator that the two data are normally distributed. And a Fission correlation can be seen in this table. A table provides information that the significance of male and female were 0.049 and 0.008. These values are less than 0.05, which indicate that the two variables are correlated. To determine the level of correlation between two variables, we can use the Pearson correlation value. The Pearson correlation value for male is 0.612 with strong correlation category, while the Pearson correlation value for female was 0.572 with moderate correlation category. Based on the result of digital literacy evaluation, males tend to have high score compared to the females. This was in line with several previous research which stated that male students tend to have positive attitudes and interest in using digital technology. Male students spend more time per day in using computer compared to female students. Male were better at finding digital information and carrying digital content, while women or female tend to better at communication and collaboration. The result of creative thinking skill test shown male students tend to have high score on four aspects of creative thinking skill: fluency, flexibility, originality, and elaboration, while female tend to have various scores. Male students tend to have a learning style that relies on the left brain and focus on logical thinking, innovative, and creative. Male students also tend to have a good skills in the visual-spatial process, and in contrast to female students who tend to be skilled in communication skill or verbal. Based on the result of this research, we can make many conclusions. Digital literacy and creative thinking skill of prospective physics teacher who have taken school physics course using LMS3 was in a moderate correlation. The correlation between digital literacy and creative thinking skill was not only in general, but also specifically in a different gender. Male had a strong correlation in their digital literacy and creative thinking skill, yet female had moderate correlation. The author proposed recommendation based on the finding of this research. School physics lecture activities need to be held with a number of digital technologies that support the development of student thinking skills. The facilitation of digital literacy competencies for prospective physics teachers has a positive impact on the development of creative thinking skill for prospective physics teacher. There is my presentation. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.